All right, time for the mix. You know, I almost want to skip the first story so we can get right to Rena's, but we're going to do this one first. We know the new One World Trade Center. I'm going to take you inside here. This is something cool they've done with the elevator that takes you up to the observatory at the new tower, if you will, the new One World Trade Center. And then what it does is takes you through 550 years of history of the tip of Manhattan, and you see it being built up. Now, one thing you're going to notice coming up on the right, it shows it from this perspective, and you're going to see part of the history of Lower Manhattan, of course, the Twin Towers, which are no longer there. And you see the Twin Towers pop up as part of the history, and then there it is on the right, and then it fades away. That represents it being there and then no longer being there. Is Lower Manhattan. So kind of a sad tribute there, but a reminder, and it's part of the history of the tip of Manhattan there.
Sure is.
But it's remarkable what they've done in this elevator ride that you'll be able to see if you go up to the observatory there.
That is
to the 102nd floor. Yeah.
I like the way they did that.
It's interesting how
Very
they did
cute.
it.
Yeah. Ready for my story
Let's
that you were giggling about?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, there is a 7-year-old boy who wants to be a Jedi Knight. And the problem is he wants to get married. That's really the problem. So
not now, like later in his life.
Down the road,
Okay.
and you know this whole concept, the Jedi notion that if you have a personal attachment, that somehow you can go into the dark side. He was a little concerned about that and wants to get married at some point, and decided to write to George Lucas himself. And he just, there you see his handwritten note, I want to get married without becoming a Sith. Why are you laughing?
No, you're doing well so far.
Okay.
You're doing
All
good.
right. So you didn't think I'd get this one. You didn't think I'd get this far, TJ Hobbs. So you know what? This lovely boy actually got a response from George Lucas. He took the time to write back, and he said, to be a true Jedi, you have to know the value of friendship, compassion, and loyalty. These are important tenets, really, in marriage. And he said, when you find someone that you can connect to in a selfless way, then you're on the path of light, and the dark side will not take hold of you. With this goodness in your heart, you can get married. Sincerely, George Lucas.
He took time to write that, kid. That is fantastic.
Isn't that lovely? And I think it's a lovely letter, a lovely response.
It's not, yeah, it's well thought out, actually.
And it's good for those of us who are married that we're not all on the dark side.
Well, I got married. It kept me from the dark side when I got married. Let's show you one piece of video here. A young lady, 9 years old, and is she just not impressive? She is on the show, Britain's Got Talent. She's a junior Irish kickboxing champion. She said her whole point was to get out there and to wow Simon Cowell, and absolutely she did. She's going on to the next round. He actually wants her to be his bodyguard.